Let's have our Bible study today. It's a Good Friday, and we are on Leviticus chapter 23. Day 300. 340. Leviticus chapter 23. The religious festivals. Passover. Wow. The religious festivals. The Passover and unleavened bread. The harvest festival. The New Year festival, the Day of Atonement, and the Festival of Shelters. The religious festivals. The Lord gave Moses the following regulations for the religious festivals when the people of Israel are to gather for worship. You have 6 days in which to do your work, but remember that the seventh day, the Sabbath, is a day of rest. On that day, do not work, but gather for worship. The Sabbath belongs to the Lord no matter where you live. Proclaim the following festivals at the appointed times. Passover and unleavened bread. The Passover, celebrated to honor the Lord, begins at sunset on the 14th day of the first month. On the 15th day, the festival of unleavened bread begins, and for 7 days you must not eat any bread made with yeast. On the first of these days you shall gather for worship, and do none of your daily work. Offer your food offerings to the Lord for 7 days. On the seventh day you shall again gather for worship, but you shall do none of your daily work. When you come into the land that the Lord is giving you, and you harvest your corn, take the first sheaf to the priest. He shall present it as a special offering to the Lord, so that you may be accepted. The priest shall present it the day after the Sabbath, on the day you present the offering of corn. Also sacrifice as a burnt offering a 1-year-old male lamb that has no defects. With it you shall present 2 kilograms of flour mixed with olive oil as a food offering. The smell of this offering is pleasing to the Lord. You shall also present with it an offering of 1 liter of wine. Do not eat any of the new corn, whether raw, roasted, or baked into bread, until you have brought this offering to God. This regulation is to be observed by all your descendants for all time to come. The Harvest Festival. Count 7 full weeks from the day after the Sabbath, on which you bring your sheaf of corn to present to the Lord. On the 15th day, the day after the 7th Sabbath, present to the Lord another new offering of corn. Each family is to bring 2 loaves of bread and present them to the Lord as a special gift. Each loaf shall be made of 2 kilograms of flour baked with yeast, and shall be presented to the Lord as an offering of the first corn to be harvested. And with the bread, the community is to present 7 1-year-old lambs, 1 bull and 2 rams, none of which may have any defects. They shall bring, they shall be offered as a burnt offering to the Lord, together with a grain offering and a wine offering. This smell of this offering is pleasing to the Lord. Also offer 1 male goat as a sin offering, and 2 1-year-old male lambs as a fellowship offering. The priest shall present the bread with the 2 lambs as a special gift to the Lord for the priests. These offerings are holy. On that day, do none of your daily work, but gather for worship. Then your descendants are to observe this regulation for all time to come, no matter where they live. When you harvest your fields, do not cut the corn at the edges of the fields, and do not go back to cut the ears of corn that were left. Leave them for poor people and foreigners. The Lord is your God. The New Year Festival. On the first day of the 7th month, observe a special day of rest, and come together for worship when the trumpets sound. Present a good offering to the Lord, and do none of your daily work. The Day of Atonement. The 10th day of the 7th month is the day when the annual ritual is to be performed to take away the sins of the people. On that day, do not eat anything at all. Come together for worship and present a food offering to the Lord. Do no work on that day, because it is the day for performing the ritual to take away sin. Do no work on that day, because it is the day for performing the ritual to take away sin. Anyone who eats anything on that day will no longer be considered one of God's people, and if anyone does any work on that day, the Lord himself will put him to death. This regulation applies to all your descendants, no matter where they live. From sunset to the 9th day of the month, the sunset on the 10th, observe this day as a special day of rest, during which nothing may be eaten. The Festival of Shelters. The Festival of Shelters begins on the 15th day of the 7th month and continues for 7 days. On the first of these days, come together for worship and none of your daily work. Each day for 7 days you shall present a food offering. On the 8th day, come together again for worship and present a food offering. It is a day for worship, and you shall do no work. These are the religious festivals on which you honor the Lord by gathering together for worship and presenting food offerings, burnt offerings, grain offerings, sacrifices, and wine offerings as required day by day. These festivals are an addition to the regular Sabbaths, and these offerings are in addition to your regular gifts, your offerings in fulfillment of vows, and your free will offerings that you give to the Lord. When you have harvested your fields, celebrate this festival for 7 days. Beginning on the 15th day of the 7th month, the first day shall be a special day of rest. On that day, take some of the best fruit from your trees. Take palm branches and branches of leafy trees and begin a religious festival to honor the Lord your God. Celebrate it for 7 days. This regulation is to be kept by your descendants for all time to come. All the people of Israel shall live in shelters for 7 days, so that your descendants may know that the Lord made the people of Israel live in simple shelters when he led them out of Egypt. He is the Lord your God. So in this way, Moses gave the people of Israel the regulations for observing the religious festivals to honor the Lord. Today is April 3, 2026. Leviticus chapter 23 is about the religious festivals, Passover and unleavened bread, the Harvest Festival, the New Year Festival, and the Day of Atonement and the Festival of Shelters. Through Moses, the Lord made known his regulations on the day of religious festivals, atonement, and how to honor him. Male lambs. Male lambs, bull, and rams without blemish are for burnt offering. The first fruits are also for offering. Above all, not working on the day of worship, especially on the day of atonement, is a way to truly honor the Lord. Saint Richard, Ora pro nobis. Amen. Verse to ponder. Today, you have 6 days in which to do your work, but remember that the seventh day, the Sabbath, is a day of rest. On that day, do not work. On that day, do not work, but gather for worship. The Sabbath belongs to the Lord no matter where you live. Leviticus chapter 23 verse 3. How can I apply it? I'm amazed at the swift answer of God in today's Good Friday celebration, His very passion for my salvation.